as we get started, our first question is, do you guys eat on campus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? You don't?
No.
Okay. But all this, do you guys do? Okay. Do you eat at the Tate Cafe?
Yep.
Yeah. What are your top 3 rankings of food in the Tate Cafe area? Like the Chick-fil-A, Panda Express, and Niche Pizza. Which ones are your favorites?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, and then what's your next 2?
I've only been to the Niche like once. It was
Okay.
fine, but like I go to the Panda more.
Panda more. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you include Barbaritos in the tape?
No, just the 3.
Just those 3.
Those 3, yeah.
I've never eaten at the Niche,
Okay.
so I'd say Panda is number 1 for me in terms of frequency, and then Chick-fil-A,
Okay.
and then the Niche.
I would say Chick-fil-A, then the Niche, then Panda Express.
Okay.
I think I would definitely say Panda first. I go there maybe twice a week. It's bad. And then I would say Niche, then Chick-fil-A's at the bottom for me.
Okay.
I would say Chick-fil-A, Panda, then the Niche.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I'm changing my TS because we've all eaten there. But I guess I would say Chick-fil-A, Niche, and then Panda.
Okay. And you don't eat at Tate frequently, but you have eaten there before.
Yeah, frequently enough for this study, I guess.
Okay, perfect. What time of the day do you guys eat most often at those 3 areas at the Tate?
Lunch?
Yeah.
Lunch.
Lunch. I eat dinner.
I eat
Dinner.
dinner.
I'm more of a lunch guy.
Do you guys like pizza?
Yes.
Yes. You don't like pizza? Okay. Have you guys ever been to the Niche?
Yes.
You haven't.
I've been there with other people eating there,
You've never eaten
but
there.
I've never
You
eaten there.
have been there. Okay. Will you guys tell us about your experiences at the Niche Pizza?
Yeah. The staff is super chill. They're real cool. They're probably my favorite in that area. And yeah, they get the food down pretty quick. And it usually is exactly the way you want it. I think that for what it is and for where it is, it does its duty really, really well. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think I disagree a little bit. I think it typically takes longer
Okay.
than like Panda or Chick-fil-A. But I go there knowing that.
Okay.
And I'm like, I am committed to waiting, like a good 5 minutes to get like a full pizza because it does like always come to my customizations,
Yeah.
which I like.
Yeah, I like that you can like pick whatever you want on it, and like it kind of fills me up maybe more than like Chick-fil-A or Panda. So like if I'm like hungrier, I'll go to the Niche.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of fancier. I would always get it after like a test or like a celebratory thing freshman year. But I will say the thing that I like about them is I can order a pizza and then be like, oh, can you change this? And they're like, yeah. They just throw whatever I want on the pizza. So that is the best part of it.
I think the customization is like the selling point there. The staff, like you said, is like really nice. So.
I actually have eaten there. I know that it's just been a long time. I just totally forgot. So sorry.
Will you tell us about your experience there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think their product is great. Their model is good. Their service was pretty slow. So I don't really go there because when I go to get food at Tate, I want it to be really quick. Because I'm always in between classes or just I don't go to Tate to like enjoy myself and eat in the cafeteria. I go to like get food and get out pretty much. So that's pretty much the main reason I don't go to the Niche is because it's just that much longer than a Chick-fil-A or a Panda. But the product is great. So
How long would you guys say it takes on average for them to get their pizzas out?
I'll probably say like 5 minutes, which like it's pizza, so I think that's pretty quick. 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd say like 5 to 10.
No, probably 10 seconds.
I had one like pretty long experience there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take?
Probably 15 minutes at least. Yeah, from like order to by the time we left.
Okay, if you like pizza, why don't you choose the niche first, like over everything else?
It's not, you can't like take it to class, you're like holding an entire pizza box.
Okay.
It's kind of like I'm eating a meal. Like I'm not getting some nuggets to eat before like chem. It's like more dinner. I feel
Mhm.
like if they did slices, maybe like big slices, that'd be better. But I think they just serve whole pizzas, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think for me it's really greasy, so I don't want that in the middle of the day because I'm also typically like a take lunch eater, not really for dinner. For dinner I'd be okay with all that grease, I guess, but not in the middle of the day when like I have to be running to class and stuff.
How long would you guys say you're willing to wait for food at like the Tate, like those 3 areas?
I think it depends on the time of the day,
Mhm.
which is why, like for the niche, I said that I'm usually there at night, just because in the daytime, kind of like a lot of other people have said, like in the daytime you're probably on the go, so like you probably don't want to wait more than like 5 minutes max.
Mhm.
And so like the 5 minutes that I said is more so when it's slow. So like imagine when it's busy, those 5 minutes will probably turn into like 15, 20, kind of like your experience. So depending on the time of the day, basically like in the daytime, I probably wouldn't wait more than like 5 minutes. Nighttime, I might be willing to wait a little longer just because I don't have many places to go to right now.
Yeah, like 7 to 10 at the most.
Okay. Which out of the 3 are you willing to wait the longest for?
Chick-fil-A.
These are two.
I'd say niche.
Niche pizza? Okay.
I'd say next year.
Which one do you guys feel like takes the longest out of the 3?
I mean the niche. I've never been to the niche when there's like a line. Like I've always been like at night when there's no one there. So if anyone's been there when it's busy.
I mean, the line at Chick-fil-A is super long sometimes, so that can be longer than like waiting for your pizza. But once you get your order in at Chick-fil-A, they typically turn it around pretty fast.
Yeah, I think it depends on how you're measuring it. If you're talking about like weight to even order, then that totally fluctuates on like a lot of different factors. But in terms of ordering to getting your food, the niche, I mean, it's gonna take longer because they're baking your pizza right there, right after you order it. They don't have stuff ready to go like the other 2 places.
Will you guys rank them from most expensive to least expensive in terms of Chick-fil-A, Panda, and niche?
Actually no.
I think Panda would be most.
Okay.
And then.
Or what you would
niche.
perceive as being most expensive?
I think Panda, niche, then Chick-fil-A maybe.
Okay.
I actually would say Panda's the least expensive,
Okay.
I think. And then niche, and then Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I say niche is the longest because I feel like you're paying for a whole pizza, so it makes me think I'm paying more, and so I'm willing to wait more. But like if I had to pay a lot for Chick-fil-A, I'd be like, this is fast food. I feel like niche is restaurant and Chick-fil-A is fast food. It's like I'm gonna pay for those 2 different things. Yeah.
I would agree. I would say like niche I probably think about as being more, it's like maybe more food, just like a different style. But,
I perceive the niche as more expensive, but I also understand that like it's as far as I know, like less customizable in terms of your options of amount of food that you can get. To the best of my knowledge, there's only like 1 pizza, and you, like we said earlier, you can't get slices or anything like that. Whereas the other places you can get small portions if you want to, and obviously that's going to be cheaper. So that's
Do you guys typically choose your food based on price between the 3 of those?
No.
No. Okay.
And probably wait, like the wait line.
Yeah.
If you just hop in there, that's probably what matters most when
You
you're.
perceive it more based on time than on price.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you feel like brand recognition affects where you like to eat?
in general, or
between those three?
I mean, I would say it doesn't really affect me that much because the only brand I really knew before I came to college was Chick-fil-A. And it's not my favorite, don't hate me, so it didn't really affect my choice whether or not to eat there versus the other places I'd never been to before.
I guess it does affect me kind of because like I know I know what I'm gonna get with Chick-fil-A because like coming to college like I've eaten at Chick-fil-A and Panda, but I've never heard of the niche pizza. So I guess like I want something that I know I will like if I'm gonna spend money on it. So I probably did go to both of those like especially at the beginning like more frequently than the niche.
I agree with that for sure. Like I definitely was way more familiar with Chick-fil-A. Like have my order down pat right now. It's like the same thing every time. So yeah, I'm probably just like more comfortable with that. But I'm not against like going to another place just cause like it's not Chick-fil-A or something that I know.
Yeah.
So.
And had all of you guys heard of Chick-fil-A and Panda Express before y'all came to college?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew Panda.
Okay.
I never been to a Panda,
Okay.
but I think I've heard of it.
And then will you please rank the three of them in terms of quality, like highest quality to lowest quality?
I'd probably say Chick-fil-A, niche, Panda.
Okay.
Highest to lowest.
Yeah, I think I'd say niche, then Chick-fil-A, and then Panda, lowest quality.
Yeah, same.
I agree with Will.
Yeah.
I put Chick-fil-A on top and then niche and then Panda.
And lastly, this is kind of an open-ended one, but what would you change or suggest the niche do in order to improve and get more people to go to it?
Kind of like somebody said earlier, I think that they offered slices. I think that they only offer small and a large pizza, which like the small pizza is technically a large slice. If you look at it, it's supposed to be a large slice, I think, but if they like marketed it as a slice, I think that people would be more open to like buying it than they would. Because when you think of a whole pizza, even if you think of a small pizza, you still think of it as being a whole pizza. So even though it technically is a slice, you think of it as a pizza, so you're not gonna buy it. So I think that just like rebranding that, like remarketing that as like a slice or being able to get slices, I think people will be more open to like, or we would see it differently maybe.
Yeah, let's not just market it as fast food and then it's even with the other three. I feel like there's not even a comparison because it's like not even fast food at this point.
I used to work at a pizza place, so this is the only reason that I would think of this, but I just noticed that they could be a lot more efficient with their team members and like what jobs they do. I think they had like, I want to say 7 or 8 employees working. This was at like almost closing time, and there were like 2 customers, and there was just a lot that like it could have been going faster because there were so many people, but it wasn't because there was a lot of like wasted labor there. So they could just be more efficient with their work.
I'd agree with that. So I feel like when there's a lot more people around, sometimes you just talk to them when you should be working and serving the customer. But if there's only like 3 people, 1 for each station, then it's kind of like you have to do your job.
Yeah.
So I'd agree with that.
Okay, we have one last question too. Do you ever use Tap and Go at Tate? In like any realm of Tate?
I thought they got rid of that.
Yeah, I think
I know certain ones have it still, and
I don't know
Starbucks
what that
does.
is.
Tap and Go, it's a to-go food. Yeah, like ordering.
I tried it once at the Starbucks, but like there was no real difference for waiting in line, so I just
Okay.
didn't continue.
Do y'all think if the niche were to implement something similar to that, like where you could order your pizza